Mark Dooley here, creator of the actual semi-true adventures of Mark and Dee. Glad you could make it. Welcome to our Kickstarter campaign. We're going to be doing some updates. We're going to kick it off right away with a behind-the-scenes creation of my next strip for the Genesis of a Fanboy series that appears on our Facebook page and will eventually become part of a larger volume of collections of strips of Genesis. And hope you like them. We're going into some really serious stuff with that series. A very dark time in my history. It's one I've kind of been dreading to actually do, but I can't really sweep it under the rug because basically it all happened. And with the blessings of my brothers who endured the things we did, and to my wife Dina, who unfortunately that was the end of our relationship for a while when we had to leave Newbern. It's what I'm eager to tackle, get out of the way, because better times were ahead, and they would all lead up to that day in 1983 when she said yes, and I went, hot dog. And so, but anyway, we're glad to have you all here, and we hope you'll enjoy yourselves with the updates and the like. And we'll turn this over to myself behind the drawing board, doing crazy things and serving up some pork and beans. You'll see. Anyway, here we go. So if you've been following our Facebook comic strip, you'll recall that in what turned out to be my final days living in Newbern, my stepfather took the time to ramp up the cruelty by driving intoxicated with me and my mom as passengers, scaring the living hell out of us just as I'm about to begin learning how to drive that summer. Definitely put the fear of God in me forever wanting to get behind the wheel of a car. I was so looking forward to taking Dina out on a date without the necessity of corralling my mom into being our chauffeur. Though I failed the first time out, Dina gave me the courage to want to give it another try after the grace period. But we still had a wonderful summer of love, even if we were confined to the rural back roads and woods. But one day I came home to find Mom in tears and asking me to go to my room and tend to my brothers Tim and Kenny. They told me that Mom had just found out about his affair with another woman, which was followed by a screaming session. When I came out, Mom was wielding a cast iron skillet, a big shiner on her left eye, ready to do a Ted Williams on stepdad's noggin. My body was saying, "Don't do this." My rage at seeing Mom taking any kind of harm from this bastard was screaming, "Get him!" I put everything I had into a gut shot that doubled him over, and for a second I thought, hey, maybe this'll work. One sock to the jaw a second later shattered that delusion. To protect me, Mom grabbed a boiling pan of pork and beans off the stove and let fly. And now, you're all up to speed. So for the next sequence, we find that Mom, as well-meaning as she was, totally missed Stepdad's face and covered his nice white t-shirt with pork, beans, and red-hot barbecue sauce. As you can probably see, Stepdad ran screaming from the living room, heading off-camera to his pickup truck to hightail it out of there. A breath later, Mom came running to my side. As you can probably tell, I don't do real tight pencils on my own drawings, as I like to have a little flexibility when it comes to the micron ink line work. Despite how grim this scene may look, I'm actually having fun with this strip. I don't have too many opportunities to do action sequences since our strip doesn't require a whole lot of that. One of the reasons why, as much as I love superheroes, I was never adept at drawing a whole mess of them. I love quiet moments with two people talking things out and making those engage our readers. The other day I had a very nice lady in my cash out lane at Kroger whom I gave a few copies of our comics to, and she had accidentally left them in the cart she emptied out. One of our cart kids brought me the package knowing it was my stuff, so I was a bit depressed that it was left behind. Days later, that same woman came into the store and asked me if someone had turned in that sack of comics, and fortunately I still had them with me, so I gave her the lot. She was going to pay me for them, but I said, no, you just go ahead and take those, that's fine. That day, she came through my lane, and she told me she loved every one of them and wanted to know where she could get more. So I directed her to our Facebook page and our Kickstarter campaign. It's so great to have new fans of our work, even if it's just a few. So I have great hope for the future. Welcome back. Yes, I can draw that fast. That's just how I am. Anyway, we'll be back later on with the lining portion of it using micron pens, and we'll start fleshing out those super speed pencils. And yes, I can do that very quickly too. Anyway, yes, do come back. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great day. And